The interior of the alien ship was as awe-inspiring as Evelyn remembered. The walls pulsed with a soft, rhythmic light, and the air hummed with energy. The lead alien guided them through a series of corridors to a large chamber filled with strange, crystalline structures. In the center of the room was a platform, and above it hovered a swirling dark sphere, a quantum singularity. Evelyn stared at it, her heart racing. The power it radiated was overwhelming, and she could feel it pulling at her, as if trying to draw her in. The alien stepped forward, its movements slow and deliberate. "This is the source of the energy you need," it said, its voice echoing in her mind. "But to stabilize it, one of us must merge with it. The process will be irreversible." Evelyn swallowed hard, her throat dry. "Is there no other way?" The alien shook its head. "This is the only way. We have known since the beginning that this moment might come. We are prepared." Marcus stepped forward, his face pale. "You're talking about sacrificing yourself. That's too much." The alien turned its glowing eyes to him. "Your world is worth the sacrifice, but you must act quickly. The others are growing stronger." Evelyn felt a lump in her throat. She looked at Marcus, then back at the alien. "What do we need to do?" The alien gestured to the platform. "You must take the stabilized singularity back to your base. It will power the weapon you seek. But once it is activated, there will be no turning back. The others will sense its power, and they will come for it." Evelyn nodded, her mind racing. "We'll be ready." The alien stepped onto the platform, its body glowing brighter as it approached the singularity. The air around it crackled with energy, and Evelyn felt a wave of heat wash over her. The alien raised its hands, and the singularity began to pulse, its dark surface rippling like water. "Thank you," Evelyn whispered, tears streaming down her face. "We won't forget this." The alien's voice was calm, almost serene. "Save your world. That is all the thanks we need." With a final blinding flash of light, the alien merged with the singularity. The chamber was filled with a deafening roar, and Evelyn and Marcus were thrown to the ground. When the light faded, the alien was gone, and the singularity hovered above the platform, now stable and glowing with a soft golden light. Evelyn climbed to her feet, her legs trembling. She approached the platform and carefully placed the orb near the singularity. The orb activated, and a series of holographic instructions appeared, detailing how to transport and integrate the singularity into the weapon. "We need to move," Marcus said, his voice urgent. "The others will be coming." Evelyn nodded, her resolve hardening. They had what they needed. Now it was up to them to finish the fight. The journey back to the base was a blur. Evelyn and Marcus transported the stabilized singularity in a heavily shielded container, its energy humming faintly through the walls. The roads were eerily quiet, the usual chaos of the war momentarily absent. But Evelyn knew it was the calm before the storm. When they arrived at the base, General Mitchell was waiting for them. His face lit up with relief when he saw the container. "You did it," he said, his voice filled with awe. "We did," Evelyn replied. "But we don't have much time. The others will be coming for this." General Mitchell nodded, his expression turning serious. "We've been preparing. The weapon is ready. All it needs is the power source." They hurried to the hangar, where the massive superweapon stood, its sleek alien design a stark contrast to the human technology surrounding it. Engineers and scientists worked feverishly to integrate the singularity, their faces tense with concentration. As the singularity was installed, the weapon began to hum with energy, its surface glowing faintly. Evelyn felt a surge of hope. This was it, the turning point, but just as the final connections were made, an alarm blared through the base. "Incoming!" a voice shouted over the loudspeakers. "Multiple ships detected!" Evelyn's heart sank. The others had arrived. The base, erupted into chaos as soldiers scrambled to their positions. Evelyn and Marcus joined General Mitchell in the command center, where the holographic display showed dozens of dark ships descending toward the base. "We need to activate the weapon now," Evelyn said, her voice urgent. General Mitchell nodded. "Do it." The weapon powered up, its energy beams shooting into the sky. The dark ships shuddered as the beams struck them, their energy weapons flickering and dying. But there were too many of them. The others were relentless, and their ships kept coming. "It's not enough," Marcus said, his voice filled with despair. "We need more power." Evelyn clenched her fists, her mind racing. Then she remembered the orb. It had shown her one final piece of information, a way to overload the weapon, creating a massive burst of energy that could destroy the other's fleet. But it would come at a cost. The weapon would be destroyed, and the base along with it. "There's one more thing we can do," Evelyn said, her voice steady. "But it's a suicide mission." General Mitchell turned to her, his expression grim. "What are you thinking?" Evelyn explained the plan, her heart heavy. When she finished, the room was silent. "Do it," General Mitchell said finally. "We'll evacuate as many as we can, but we can't let the others win." Evelyn nodded, tears in her eyes. She turned to Marcus. "You should go. Get as far away as you can." Marcus shook his head. "I'm not leaving you. We're in this together," Evelyn smiled faintly. "Together, then." They activated the overload sequence, the weapon's hum growing louder and more intense. The dark ships closed in, their energy beams striking the base. But Evelyn and Marcus stood their ground, their hands on the controls. As the weapon reached critical mass, Evelyn felt a strange sense of peace. They had done everything they could. The war would end here, one way or another. With a final blinding flash of light, the weapon exploded, its energy engulfing the dark ships and the base. The others' fleet was destroyed, their ships reduced to ash, but the cost was high. The base was gone, and with it, countless lives. The world was forever changed. The others were defeated, but the scars of the war would never fully heal. Evelyn and Marcus were remembered as heroes, their sacrifice ensuring humanity's survival. Into the years that followed, the world rebuilt, united by the shared trauma of the war. The first aliens were honored for their sacrifice, and their technology became the foundation of a new era of peace and innovation. But Evelyn and Marcus's legacy was more than just their actions. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, hope could prevail. And as the world looked to the stars, they did so not with fear, but with the knowledge that they were not alone. The war was over. But the journey was just beginning. The world was forever changed. The others were defeated, but the scars of the war would never fully heal. Evelyn and Marcus were remembered as heroes, their sacrifice ensuring humanity's survival. In the years that followed, the world rebuilt, united by the shared trauma of the war. The first aliens were honored for their sacrifice, and their technology became the foundation of a new era of peace and innovation. But Evelyn and Marcus's legacy was more than just their actions. It was a reminder that even in the darkest times, hope could prevail. And as the world looked to the stars, they did so not with fear, but with the knowledge that they were not alone. The war was over, but the journey was just beginning. The world slowly began to heal. Cities that had been reduced to rubble were rebuilt, stronger and more resilient than before. The scars of the war remained, but they served as a reminder of humanity's capacity to endure and overcome. The first aliens, who had sacrificed themselves to give humanity a fighting chance, were honored in monuments and memorials across the globe. Their sleek, glowing ships became symbols of hope and unity, their technology integrated into the fabric of human society. Evelyn and Marcus were posthumously awarded the highest honors for their bravery and sacrifice. Their names were etched into the annals of history, their story told and retold as a testament to the power of courage and determination. Schools, research facilities, and even starships were named after them, ensuring that their legacy would live on for generations. But the war had also left behind questions that humanity was determined to answer. Who were the others? Where had they come from? And why had they sought to destroy Earth? These questions drove a new era of exploration and discovery. Scientists and explorers turned their gaze to the stars, determined to uncover the secrets of the universe and ensure that such a threat would never arise again. 5 years after the war, humanity took its first steps into the cosmos. The first aliens' technology had unlocked the secrets of faster-than-light travel, and a fleet of starships was constructed to explore the galaxy. The flagship of this fleet, the Evelyn Carter, was a marvel of human and alien engineering. Its mission was clear: to seek out new worlds, new civilizations, and new knowledge. On board the Evelyn Carter was a diverse crew of scientists, engineers, and explorers. Among them was Dr. Sofia Alvarez, a brilliant astrophysicist who had dedicated her life to understanding the mysteries of the universe. She stood on the bridge of the ship, staring out at the vast expanse of space, her heart filled with a sense of wonder and purpose. "Captain," she said, turning to the ship's commander, a seasoned veteran named James Harper, "we're approaching the coordinates of the first alien's homeworld." Captain Harper nodded, his expression serious. "Let's hope they're still there. We owe them a great debt." As the ship entered orbit around the planet, the crew was struck by its beauty. It was a world of shimmering oceans and towering crystalline structures, bathed in the light of a distant star. But as they scanned the surface, they found no signs of life. The cities were empty, their once gleaming spires now silent and still. "What happened to them?" Sophia asked, her voice filled with sorrow. Captain Harper sighed. "We may never know, but their legacy lives on. In us." The crew spent weeks exploring the planet, uncovering artifacts and records that shed light on the first aliens' history. They learned that the others had been a scourge across the galaxy, consuming worlds and civilizations in their relentless quest for power. The first aliens had fought them for centuries, but in the end, they had been unable to stop them alone. Earth had been their last hope, and they had given everything to ensure its survival. As the Evelyn Carter prepared to leave the planet, Sophia made a discovery that would change everything. In a hidden chamber beneath one of the crystalline structures, she found a message, a final communication from the first aliens. It was a warning, but also a gift. "To those who come after us," the message began, "we have fought long and hard against the darkness, but our time is at an end. The others are not gone. They are merely waiting, biding their time until they can strike again. But you are not alone. Across the galaxy, there are others who have resisted them. Find them, unite them. Together, you can ensure that the light of hope never fades." The message ended with a set of coordinates, locations, of other civilizations that had stood against the others. It was a map, a guide to a galaxy-wide alliance that could protect the universe from the threat of the others. The discovery of the message marked the beginning of a new chapter in humanity's journey. The Evelyn Carter and its sister ships set out to find the civilizations mentioned in the message, forging alliances and sharing knowledge. It was a daunting task, but one that humanity embraced with determination and hope. Years turned into decades, and the alliance grew. Together, the united civilizations built a network of defenses, ensuring that the others would never again threaten the galaxy. They also worked to heal the scars left by the war, rebuilding worlds and fostering peace. On Earth, the memory of Evelyn and Marcus remained a source of inspiration. Their sacrifice had not only saved humanity, but had also set it on a path to a brighter future. The world they had fought to protect was now a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of unity and resilience. As the Evelyn Carter continued its journey through the stars, Sophia often found herself thinking about the two heroes who had made it all possible. She would stand on the bridge, staring out at the endless expanse of space, and feel a sense of gratitude and awe. "We're out here because of you," she would whisper. "And we'll make sure your sacrifice was worth it." A century after the war, humanity had become a cornerstone of the Galactic Alliance. The others had not been seen in decades, and many believed they had been defeated for good. But the Alliance remained vigilant, knowing that the darkness could return at any time. On Earth, a grand monument stood in the heart of New Geneva, the capital of the United World. It was a towering structure of crystal and light, a fusion of human and alien design. At its base were the names of those who had given their lives in the war, with Evelyn and Marcus's names at the very top. Every year, on the anniversary of the war's end, people from across the galaxy gathered at the monument to honor the fallen and celebrate the peace they had fought so hard to achieve. It was a time of reflection and gratitude, a reminder of how far they had come. As the sun set on another anniversary, a young girl stood before the monument, her hand resting on the cool crystal surface. She looked up at the names etched into the stone, her eyes filled with determination. "I'll make you proud," she whispered. "I promise." And as the stars began to twinkle in the night sky, she knew that the legacy of Evelyn and Marcus would live on, not just in the monuments and the stories, but in the hearts of everyone who dared to dream of a better future.